upstairs in the office. It's a 3D print I've just finished. A bit of fun. Started with some PETG I had left over. I had some blue and some red and some green and some yellows. I thought, well, we might as well use that. And I had some white CPE, which is a really nice filament. It's sort of a bit elastic and springy and fairly strong. Really nice surface finish with that. So I thought I'll print this, and this is blue PETG, sort of translucent, nice and shiny, good finish. Really nice print, these. So it's got this come off the Prusa print exchange site, which is just undergoing a whole new basically a rebuild. It's quite a good site now, but these two fit together here like this. This is CPE and this is PETG, and there's a stack of these, which are a double print. This little ratchet, which fits very nicely on here. Excellent fit. And a internal tooth wheel. I think you can see that probably, with letters all the way around. So we can select a code. And they fit in there nicely. Elephant's foot, or squish, I guess, on the first layer squish was fairly critical to get right here. Because these don't sit down flat, and there's not enough tolerance in there to actually fit them all together and get the nut done up. But it's actually fairly critical about which way around this goes. This has got an arrow on here. This inner, of course, goes in here, like this, and when this turns, that won't come out. So it's quite a solid, like a strong combination lock. I don't think you'd break it off when they're all mixed up. I thought, well, might as well mix it up again and put some division lines in here. So I printed some red PETG rings to go in between. One there will go. Sort of a combination here. It sort of seems a bit, once you've got it together, if you don't have a combination you can remember, then honestly it's not coming apart. It's get a yellow one for next. But this is a build or a set of files I downloaded. Someone's put a lot of work into these, and they're really quite good. go a clear one. They're really very good pattern, really good design, really good build manual, 3D dimension, 3D pictures and all those sort of things. Should have had these in some sort of order, but I never. Generally anything that's put together properly with screws is going to print reasonably well. Someone's put a bit of work into it. These in a pattern. Link down below. I've printed all this on the Prussian Mini, which at the moment is my go-to printer. That's pretty awesome bit of gear. So these all fit together like that, which is really nice. And then this end cap all screws together. This is got a dirty mark in there where the filament's got a bit hot, but I think we'll live with that. Warts and all. Don't think anyone's going to really see it. And I figured I'd put blue rings on the outside here, so what have we got? That one goes on that end, this one goes on this end. So it's pretty straightforward how it all goes together. There's a spacer ring there, and then there's this spacer here, which really doesn't matter very much, it just holds the blue ring in place, and then there's a lid. And two M3 by 20 screws go through all this. A lot of these shiny high temperature filaments are pretty hard to print without too many blemishes, so I'm really quite pleased with this, but there's been a few prints that we had to print twice. And another screw there. And we've got an end cap that looks quite neat. This screws on here. And this goes in and out. It's got basically everything lines up in there when the combination's right. This has a recess here which fits nicely on there, and there's two screws go in the end here, and I run out of M10 cap head black screws, which are fairly hard to get actually. The silver plate or the zinc plate ones seem to be much easier to find. So these two little button head ones still go in the same holes, and issue being they've got a different angle, different Allen key, but these probably never have to come off again, so we'll just do these up nice and firm. there is no threads actually printed into the print, which is quite okay. With M3 screws, they'll screw in nicely into the plastic like self-tappers. If you have any difficulty, then M3 tapered tap or intermediate tap to start them is probably a really good idea. Very easy to chew everything out though. So that fits in there nicely like that, and it's a good finish. And then we've got another spacer with the last ring. And two more M3 screws. Just hold that spacer in, put that little colour ring on, and the top goes back on. So that's the final product. This is Da Vinci's CRYPTEX, I guess, or a codex, according to Dan Brown. The reality, I think, is probably that this is Dan Brown's CRYPTEX or codex, and the thing originated in history, probably 12th or 13th century in Germany, with very, very little to do with Da Vinci at all. But Dan Brown in his book, Da Vinci Code, sort of made this like a fandom sort of device, or one of those cool things that everyone chases up and is a little bit interested in. So there's quite a few designs for this, and I have sort of made a couple over time. This one seems to be the first one I'm really happy with. This is really nice. This all finishes and cleans up. It all fits together beautifully, really. And there's no way you can get that open. You can't get to any of the screws. You can't unscrew the end unless you know the combination. That's closed. I guess you could probably run a saw through the middle of it and destroy whatever's inside it. Probably if you had a look here, you could, I don't know, I don't think even if you get in the end, you can't really get into it. So unless you've got sort of the combination, you can't pull this cylinder out. Probably if you're going to break into it, this end maybe, but pretty fun print. It needs a stand yet, I think, and whether I make that up in timber or whether I actually 3D print it, I'm not sure, but it is a pretty cool sort of a print. Really enjoyed making it, and I thought, well, I'll put it on this channel and see what everyone thinks. So pretty cool 3D print. Have a bit of a look around and try things. You'll soon work out what works. And as far as downloading files, there's some awesome free stuff out there that people have spent a lot of time getting together, and certainly this is one of them. I haven't really used the design completely. It's got multiple color functions and things like that my printer really isn't down with. So I imagine that this could be a whole lot nicer if you had the right machinery to do it. But there we go. Enjoyed that. Hope you did too. More soon, I guess. It might be another 12 months. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and to be kind to each other.